Hi lovely humans, you lovely humans. During my exchange year in China, I traveled to more than 15 provinces on a tight student budget. I try to share with you my experiences and tips in this series of videos about how to travel for cheap in China. The first video was about where and when to go, the second one was about where to stay and what to eat. The links are in the description if you haven't seen them and you're interested. And now this video will be about transportation. You're in China, you want to go from place A to place B. How do you do that? We're gonna see it. If you come from Europe, for example, transportation will not seem expensive to you, but it can still add up pretty quickly in your budget. Your sense of distance will be really blurred, but you will always be traveling huge distances in such a wide country. So you have to think about the balance between how much comfort you need, how much time you have, and how much money you're willing to spend. To travel long distances between faraway cities such as Beijing and Chengdu or Shanghai and Lanzhou, you generally have the choice between taking the train or flying. Taking the plane is of course the most expensive option but also the quickest, but don't dismiss the train right away. The train network in China is extremely performant, one of the best in the world, and you actually have three sort of trains. Bullet trains are often as expensive as a plane ticket, but can be more convenient if you don't want the hassle of going to the airport, checking your luggage, etc, etc. You also have fast trains which link the east and the west of the country in like 30 hours, which is a lot, but given the size of the country again, pretty good. And obviously you also have the normal trains which can take a few hours to link two cities which are a few thousand or a few hundreds kilometers apart. To travel to neighboring cities you can also take the bus. Okay, neighboring cities in China means a few hundred kilometers, so it can take long, but it's fine. The bus have been widely equipped with safety belts now, so it's pretty safe, and the comfort will depend on where you go, but in all cases it will be rather cheap. So, what to choose? If you want to go for 3 days or weekend to a city on the other side of the country, you have to spend money on the plane. Or you can choose a closer city or closer place and spend money on the train or the bus, which will be cheaper. If you choose to take the plane, just know that Chinese low-cost companies can be a bit annoying in their customer service. But if you just avoid the blacklisted one, you'll be fine. However, during my year in China, I only took the plane to go to Gansu and to go to and back from Hong Kong. So when I had other long distances trip to make, I took the train or the bus. Spending 15 hours or more in a train is an experience, I would say, but I think it's a really interesting experience if you want to see China and see how people live. If you're traveling long distances, you will have the choice in the train between hard seat, hard bed and soft bed. Hard seat, you really won't be able to sleep, so if you're really tight on money, you can take that, but not convenient. The best, I think, is hard bed, because it's still okay comfortable and it's really much cheaper than soft bed. Faster trains are very similar to the trains that we would have in the Western world. Pour mes amis français, c'est vraiment l'équivalent en fait du TGV. But sometimes the higher cost with a faster train is not proportional to the time you gained compared to a normal train. If you want to check if there is a train connection between two cities or to compare the different time of travel and speed and prices, you can do it all online. I will list a few websites in the description. I would also advise you to compare the cost and time of train to the one with bus, but there is no reliable database for buses online. So you can check Wikitravel or other websites on the World Wide Web to have information about the different buses and see if you prefer them, if they would be more convenient for you than the train in some cases. If you choose to take the train, how to book your ticket? You will often be recommended to book it on Ctrip, which is a website in English and the only one you can use if you want to book with your foreign credit card. However, two informations about Ctrip. First, it does take an intermediary fee. You would say, most websites will, I don't care. Okay. Second information about Ctrip is that they don't have all train tickets. Sometimes you will go on Ctrip, check a train, you want to book a ticket, and it will tell you that it's all sold out. Actually, it's all sold out on Ctrip, and it will not be the case on other Chinese websites or if you go to the train station. So, if places are unavailable, you can use a Chinese-speaking website. I would recommend you, of course, to have a Chinese friend with you or just to take time to understand how it works. And in that case, intermediary fees will be smaller. In any case, you will have to collect your ticket at a train station. Any train station is good. You can also buy your train ticket at a local reseller. Just ask your hostel and they will know where it is, or directly at any train station. You will just have to queue up, but it's the safest way and the cheapest way if you don't want to pay intermediary fee. I really recommend you to take the bus for shorter distance and even sometimes for longer ones. For example, the bus from Datong to Beijing only takes 4 hours. You also need to know that you will often not have the choice. In some provinces such as Sichuan, there's not that many train connections between cities because of the mountains, and you will often have to take the bus just to go from one point to another. To buy your bus ticket, you will not have much choice. The only option is to go to the bus stations you will depart from and buy your ticket there. You cannot buy your bus tickets from another bus station, and you cannot buy it more than a few days in advance. So in some bus stations you can even not buy it even the day before. You have to go on the day you want to leave and buy the tickets for now. If booking tickets and stuff like that is something that you would need more information or you'd be interested in, just tell me in the comments to make another video about it, or ask directly your question and I will answer, of course. For example, to help you a bit budget, a Shanghai-Beijing train in June will cost you 560 renminbi for a second class seat, which is good enough because a business class seat will be 1,760 renminbi. These prices are the same for the 4-hour train or the 6-hour train. So you just have to compare them because it will be the same price for the different speed. The train from Datong to Beijing will take around 6 hours and cost 50 to 150 renminbi, while the bus for the same places takes only 4 hours 30 minutes and costs 130 renminbi. Other destinations from Kunming in Yunnan to Urumqi in Xinjiang, the train will take 46 hours but will only cost you 660 renminbi for a hard sleeper. Taking the plane would take 4 hours 30 minutes to 10 hours 30 minutes depending on if there's a connection, but would cost you between 4,500 renminbi and 7,500 renminbi. In Sichuan, the bus from Chengdu to Songpan take around 10 hours and cost around 100 renminbi. Of course, this is all to give you ideas. You can search them online for your specific places of interest, and I will also leave interesting information in the description as I've said throughout this video. So this is the end of this video. I hope it was interesting and enjoyable. The fourth of this series will be about how to avoid scams in China. If you enjoyed it, please tell me in the comments. You can also ask me any questions in the comments or on my Instagram. I always answer and I will be happy to help you. Anyway, I hope you're doing good and see you soon. Bye!